This is Ron Woody, and it's October the 4th, 2022. I'm going to give you a little rundown of the yard and how we're preparing for winter. So it's like I said, October the 4th, and it's about 9:30, and it's about right at 50 degrees. So I got a few things to do as the temperature warms up here. So I'm going to reverse the camera here and kind of show you what beekeeping is like in the fall and preparing for the winter. So that's again the view of the bee yard. So they got some nice southern sun and some eastern. East is this way. So this is how I had to pack my truck. Okay, let me just give you a rundown of what I've got. I've got some sugar water here, 2-to-1 sugar water. I've got some empty super boxes. So what happens here is, if you'll look at the yard, and it's going to change here today. You've got 1 brood, 2 brood, you got 3 in one cases. Most of them are like a single brood management system. So all of that is left for the bees. Today is a time we can take the apivar strips off. They've been on 40 some odd days now, and between 44 and 54 you can take them off. So these all have been treated for the mites. Now I will not be able to take the strips out for all of them, because the 2 on the far left we took some honey off, and I didn't get to put the apivar strips in that till later. So we have everything dated on the back of the hive. So what we're going to do is, some of the boxes have what we consider our internal frame feeders. So you take about 1 or 2 frames out and you'll put a feeder in the place. In those cases, we will just pour sugar water in there, see about putting some pollen patties on it, and we can put the top back on the hive. The ones that do not have the frame feeders internally, we will have to feed from the top inner cover. And what we'll do is we'll take a box super, put it over the inner cover, and then we'll take it, I think these are called rapid feeders, and we'll pour sugar water in those, put the cap on it, and then we will can close it up. A little later in the year, we will probably, so assuming this was the inner cover, we'll probably put some cedar shavings around for moisture control. Something we've done, this is the first time we're trying this, and I think it's a great idea. Biggest problem you have in the winter, or one of the biggest problems, is moisture. So you want ventilation to take place in the hive. So saw a video recently where they took these corrugated campaign signs, and these were my campaign signs, so I didn't borrow them from anyone else. So you put those in the corner. That gives you about a 1/16 inch ventilation. So we're going to get in these. First thing we're going to do, though, since we're letting it warm up, is we're going to reduce the entrances to some of our hives. So it's time that we can start doing that. Some of them have entrance reducers on them. I will get in this one right here. It has a queen, but we did not see it laying eggs, so I'll get into that and see if it's laying any eggs. That one's one that may go offline. That will put us at 13 here, I think. That's the 14th one, and we have one in the it was a shelf, I guess, and maybe a bookcase that I made one out, and I need to shut that entrance right there to reduce some of the airflow there. But anyway, we'll be in this yard probably the biggest part of the morning. We're going to put the entrance reducers in first, and from that standpoint, then we'll let it warm up a little bit, and we'll probably start on Big Red right there. We'll go from here to the Nairmore yard. We can take the apivar strip out off the one over there and do the same setup there with a feeder. If I don't have enough supers, which I may not, I will do some of these external feeders just to try to give them a little bit extra punch, a little bit extra food for the winter. I will go to the Narramore farm today also, and all of those have the frame feeders, and I will put some sugar water in that, get them started, help them out. Again, October the 4th, 2022, Ron Woody's Cemetery Yard.